What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. The reports out this afternoon paint a very clear picture for what is going to happen for the impeachment of President Trump and for stimulus negotiations. You see the title, you know what this is about. Mitch McConnell apparently wants President Trump impeached. I'm going to explain why in a second. Also, this is very big. This is big news because an impeachment of President Trump could delay the stimulus package. I said this before. I'm going to continue to say it for the next couple of weeks. This impeachment, the timing of this could not be worse for the American people because this could delay the stimulus package. I'm going to address that in just a second. Now, first, the reports out this afternoon are saying that Mitch McConnell wants President Trump impeached. Here's why. Mitch McConnell and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy are both in agreement that President Trump did commit impeachable offenses last Wednesday. The two of them want to get rid of President Trump because by getting rid of President Trump, it rids the Republican Party of President Trump altogether, which means they cannot put the Republican Party and President Trump together in the same sentence because they got rid of him. Now, right now, all indications are saying that Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy will not vote yes to impeaching President Trump. But at the same time, and this is just a leadership tactic, this paints a very dark picture. This does not look good for their leadership roles if they come in and vote yes to impeach President Trump, simply because this could ultimately sway their caucus into voting with them. So what they said is they will vote no. This is just what we're hearing. But until this actually happens, which we could see happen very soon in the next couple of weeks, we could see President Trump impeached by Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy. We could see this. Okay, again, Mitch McConnell will not be the leader of the Senate at that point, but we could see Mitch McConnell is going to hold all the power in this vote simply because what he says and what he does will kind of sway the vote one way or another. Right now, Mitch McConnell does not want to speak to President Trump. His wife, who was the secretary of, or the transportation secretary, she pretty much left. She resigned. She was one of the cabinet members. She just resigned. She did not want to be part of that anymore. And reports indicate that Mitch McConnell was very upset by that. So Mitch McConnell does not want to speak with President Trump. He doesn't want anything to do with him anymore, ever again. They're done. Now, reports are indicating that Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy are not getting the whips together in order to make the party vote one way or another. Now, if you're not sure exactly what this means, the whips in the caucus, in the House and the Senate, one of their jobs is to go around and get the party in line, get them united to vote one way or another. They would go and they'd talk to the fellow Republicans and say, okay, this is how Republicans are going to vote this time. Are you in? Are you out? Do you have any questions? What can I help you with? That's what their job is. Now, right now what we're hearing is that reports do indicate that there's enough upset Republicans that Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy do not have to pretty much get their party in line. They can vote, they can be somewhat divided, and it's still going to get the job done. It's still going to impeach President Trump. Again, whether you like President Trump or not, this does not bode well for him. This doesn't bode well for the Republican Party. But this is one of the things that they are saying they have to do. They just have to get President Trump out. They just need to get rid of him. Because if he doesn't get impeached, he's going to try to rerun for president again in 2024. And if they do not put him on the ticket, if they don't put him on the ballot, the problem is it's going to look bad for them. Again, over 70 million people voted for President Trump. What do you think is going to happen if we get into the election and President Trump is not being considered? What do you think is going to happen? Well, you think the American people are going to riot? I guarantee they would. Now, here's what we know. The articles of impeachment will be voted on tomorrow in the House. All indications do point that this is going to pass and it will head over to the Senate. Now, When will we see the vote on this in the Senate? It will most likely be after the inauguration, probably the 21st. So here's what you need to know. Joe Biden and Mitch McConnell have already spoke. And right now, and we have insights on that, but right now what we're hearing is Joe Biden wants Mitch McConnell to take no more than the first half of the first day and put that on the impeachment trial in the Senate. And the second half of the first day, Joe Biden wants Mitch McConnell to confirm his cabinet members. This is what we're hearing. So on day one, how much stimulus talk do you think we're going to get? Zero. Absolutely nothing. That's what we're hearing. That according to Joe Biden, he wants Mitch McConnell to take up the stimulus package on day two. Well, guess what? The Senate doesn't do anything quickly unless it's going to give themselves a raise. So right now, what I can tell you is this is probably not going to happen on day two. If we think we're going to see a stimulus package agreed upon and passed in the Senate on day two, on January 22nd, that's probably not going to happen. We will most likely have to wait a little bit longer. Now, yes, we're already seeing a stimulus package delay. We've seen this before. I can tell you guys right now, this is not good news. Any delay, even one day, even half a day, it will delay further and it compounds. It grows. We saw a delay of let's just wait 1 month and we will wait and see. Well, we waited, we saw, and nothing came for about 8 months. So any delay in stimulus is not good. Again, here's what you need to understand. On January 31st, there's a federal eviction moratorium that expires. Okay, that's big. Also, on January 31st, the student loan deferral expires. It's done. So right now, there are issues. We have to figure this out. So here's what you need to understand, okay? Here's what we need to know. The Senate, okay, obviously they don't work fast. But it's because of this, I anticipate we will have to wait and see a little bit longer what is going to be in this stimulus package. Now, we know it's going to come out on Thursday. That's all indications report that. But what we see through negotiations, that's going to be difficult. Now, I would expect Joe Biden has talked with Mitch McConnell about more than just, okay, on day one, I need to do this and that. That's it. And then they hung up the phone. I doubt that. My guess is they did speak a little bit about the stimulus package. This is what I'm proposing. This is what's going to be in there. I just want you to, Joe Biden's probably like, I just want you to understand this is where I'm coming from. This is what we need. Here are my reasonings why we need this. And hopefully it will go through the Senate rather quickly. And Mitch McConnell won't put much of a stink behind it. But that's not Mitch McConnell's way. That's not his his kind of, history. He does this. Mitch McConnell does this, but he's normally been the leader of the Senate. He's going to be the minority leader at this point. So we'll see what happens there. Now, what you need to keep in mind is this. This does not guarantee President Trump is going to be impeached. It just doesn't. Most reports and even interviews from Senate Republicans do point to the fact that at least 20 of them will vote yes and impeach President Trump. If you have 50 yeses from Democrats, you have 50 or 20 yeses from Republicans. That's 70 yeses and only 30 noes. According to Senate Republican Pat Toomey, you need 67 votes to impeach. So right there we have enough. We have enough votes in the Senate. We know it's going to pass the House tomorrow. Now, how many votes will we get in the Senate? And I just wanted to fill you in on what's currently happening and the updates here because this affects a lot of things. If President Trump is impeached, it could cause a lot of chaos around the world. We saw the stock market take a small dive during the Capitol riots last Wednesday. We could ultimately see the stock market take another dive again if the impeachment actually goes through. We could also see mass riots across the country and at every single capital here in the United States. So, there will be further delays in stimulus. We know that already. Maybe it's just one day and that will be great. But if this turns into multiple days, possibly even weeks, this could hinder our economic recovery. So just keep that in mind. I just wanted you to be aware of what's going on, what's currently being said. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.